Hi everyone, your Auntie Lexi's back from shopping at Sega's pop-up store, which literally opened today for the first time in downtown LA in Little Tokyo, and it's running from June 27th to July 27th. So Sega actually gave us a full hour to record, take pictures, and shop the store before it opened to the public. So I just want to thank them again for this opportunity. So awesome that they do this, and I can't wait for more opportunities like this. If you are a huge Sonic fan, Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, and of course Yakuza, you're going to love what they have there. In fact, between you and me, this place almost turned me into a vinyl collector, and I don't even have a vinyl record player anywhere. And literally, I was looking at the store and I was like, wait a minute, should I be a vinyl collector? But you be the judge. You're gonna see all of that, like all the things that they're selling on the shop, in the next few minutes. And I also want to show you the things that I got, that I actually bought from the place. And definitely, I want to return to that place and maybe actually buy a vinyl record player before. So if you want to know if I eventually do that, please subscribe to the channel. I always talk about JRPGs, video games, and I love making JRPGs like a community thing, larger than what it is now. We're protective of our community, and because our slogan is Discover, Play Together, we value you playing games as opposed to getting distracted by all the noise that sometimes gaming news kind of, just propagates out there. So if you enjoy video games, subscribe to the channel. I promise you're going to have tons of fun and probably some really good conversations in the comments too. And apologies in advance because I literally have my fan here, which is why I'm using this microphone, because it's actually really good at noise canceling. And I know this is not the perfect microphone. I have the microphone right here, but that's going to get all the freaking wind and stuff. So bear with me. If anybody has a good recommendation for a lavalier mic that is inexpensive, but does good noise canceling, better quality than this one, please let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. But in any case, enough preamble. Let me give you a tour of this place. So the first thing you'll notice when you come in and stuff is that everything is spread apart. There are Persona/SMT plushies on the left side, and then there are a lot of other plushies and cushions, including Yakuza and Sonic, on the right side. There are tons of mugs. There are figures for Persona 5 characters. There are figures for specific demons. The Karabia, one of the Frosts. I am horrible with names, so don't kill me for this. It's one of the Frosts, the one with the witch hat, that one. And by the way, I'm not looking at any footage whatsoever. I'm just literally just going by memory. And there are also really cool Sega console bags. There's one for the Dreamcast, there's one for the Mega Drive, which the Mega Drive one is really cool because when you open it up, the Mega Drive print actually turns into one that has the 32X attachment, which is such cool detail. And of course, the Sega Saturn. I personally love the Dreamcast one because as much as I was a Sony fangirl when it came out, I appreciated the Sega Dreamcast for what it did and how it advanced technology. And amazing games, of course, like Skies of Arcadia, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Crazy Taxi, Shenmue, Phantasy Star Online, which was really my first online RPG. It's such a cool console. Right next to it is a bunch of shirts. For Yakuza, they had the dragon tattoo. You could basically wear it as a shirt. There's a group shirt featuring characters from Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. There's also this print of Kiryu and Ichiban, a bunch of really cool Sonic t-shirts, and of course this Mega Drive windbreaker, which I'm I live in California. I guess you can argue that the winds go up sometimes, but to get a windbreaker, it's still really cool. I'm not gonna knock it at all. I was tempted to buy it. There's also this very interesting Shin Megami Tensei quote-unquote towel, although I touched the material and it doesn't look like it would dry anything. But nice try, Sega. I think I just like it because Mara is on the print. It's so ridiculous. But they had a lot of cushions, snuggly pillows, that sort of thing, and I really love it. I think the thing that confused me the most is there's the bust of Ichiban, Majima, and Kazuma Kiryu. And I looked at it and I was because they only called it a cushion. So, like, are you supposed to lean back on your chair with it, or are you supposed to sit on it? And of course, like, my brain goes immediately like, well, so you put one leg on each shoulder, and there you go, you have your sitting cushion. And of course, like, I told somebody about this, and they felt really uncomfortable. So I guess mission accomplished. There's also these like really cool lanyards, and of course there's this gacha thing where you get like a random figure. This is like a big trend, like I noticed in Little Tokyo. There's like a lot of different things where it's like, oh, here's a gacha bag, and then you'll find like a random character in there, which is really cool. There are also pins and keychains that you can get, of course. But I think the thing that really attracted me the most out of this whole thing were the vinyls, because vinyls are special. You look at the box and you're like, oh my gosh, what do you mean you have vinyls from like Shin Megami Tensei 5, Persona 1, all the way up until Persona 3 Reload? Yes, by the way, there is like a Persona 4 Golden one, as well as for Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Like, I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is so dangerous. It is laid out beautifully in front of you, right in front of their huge video screen. And I was like, no, you're not going to start becoming a vinyl collector today. Okay, like look at how expensive they are, but my goodness, like I can see it like being on my shelf, just arranged so beautifully. I was like, I have the shelf space for it. I was like so tempted, so tempted. There's also mugs that feature SEGA logos, which is fantastic, and these beautiful paper fans featuring Sonic. Like, if there's one thing that I never expected to collect my entire life is paper fans. But ever since moving to LA, I've been kind of thinking to myself, you know what? Why don't you rep your video game cred and also show off your paper fan collection? And of course, you know, I considered it, for sure. We'll find out later if I actually got it. And the only thing that they have from Persona 4 is basically Nanako. And I don't know about y'all, but like, I feel a little bit uncomfortable hugging Nanako, like, in, you know, she's a little kid, and I'm like, wait, what are we doing here? But there's one with Makoto, there's one with Skull, there's one with Aegis. I saw a lot of people with the Aegis one, and I almost bought it. And there's one with Mona as the freaking van, which is so adorable. I was surprised that Kawakami has like a figure. And by the way, like there is this like Persona 5 Royal logo cap that was like right next to the quote-unquote SMT towel. And I really actually liked it, but you know, I like these like oversized hats and stuff, and unfortunately it's not an oversized hat, so I kind of vetoed it. The SEGA, make an oversized hat with a logo of some sort. I'll buy it next time, I promise. A little bit of context. SEGA and Atlas about 3 or 4 years ago were actually like asking people like, hey, do you like merch? And I'm like, why is that a question? Like all your turn-based games and action games need the merch. Like I was surprised, like of all the things that were missing from this place, it's like, where are your fighting games? Where is Virtua Fighter? Does Yu Suzuki own it? Like, is it the reason why it's not here? Where's Outrun? Where is Space Harrier? Where are your other IPs? Where is Phantasy Star? But again, I am nitpicking because I'm like one of those classic SEGA fans that have been around since the dawn of time. But if you're a fan of like Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, Sonic, and of course Like a Dragon / Yakuza, it is right there. You're gonna love it. So the first thing that I want to show off from my swag is this amazing Dreamcast bag. So I gotta admit, back in the day, I was a huge like Sony fan, and so I was a PS2 girl as opposed to like a Dreamcast girl, but I still had the Dreamcast, and I love my Dreamcast. It is one of my most prized systems if I still owned it. Watch my last video if you don't know what I'm talking about here. And this Dreamcast purse, might as well call it a purse for what it is really flexible. Of course, the other bags are the same material, but this one is the right size for me. I like the squareness of it. It has the right amount of thickness. It has 2 pockets, which is great. It's Velcro. Excellent work. And the quality of the metal buckles that attach to the actual bag itself and the straps, very good quality. Very good quality. The next thing that I got is this lanyard, and it's Persona 4. It is one of the few Persona 4 pieces of merchandise in the the store aside from the vinyl and the Nanako plushie, but I really wanted to get like a Persona 4 something. And since I don't have a record player, the lanyard was something that I immediately gravitated towards. And the lanyard is great quality. Like, I love it already. Like I love this little like midnight channel TV, which is beautiful. The strap itself bears the Persona 4 golden colors. And of course it's yellow. I love that accent color for Persona. It's just so gorgeous. And I can't wait for the remake, by the way. That is a game that I will literally play like twice, 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Obsessed. So earlier I alluded to the paper fans, and yes, I got one of them. And it's this gorgeous ukiyo-y like artwork on these paper fans. Honestly, I am just obsessed with paper fans these days because yes, I live in Los Angeles and it's freaking hot out here a lot of the time. Paper fans are a great compact way to bring something to fan yourself. So absolutely amazing thing. And I love the build quality, of course. Like, I love the print. It will join one of my other paper fans. I want to collect a whole bunch of video game paper fans now, like, not joking. So you do get 2 items when you purchase $150 worth of merch and more. The first one is a choice of one of several posters. Now, I will say that they do not have a Persona 4 poster. Disappointed. But I got the next best thing with this gorgeous Persona 3 Reload one. Now, I have to say, I am biased towards my Persona 4. But Persona 3 Reload, like, the vibe and the aesthetics of it, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know if they could top the original Persona 3, and here they are. Like, when I played that game last year, I was obsessed. I loved every moment of it. And now, of course, I have a poster to commemorate that amazing game. The other thing that you get with the $150 purchase and more is this tote bag. And I love totes. Like, I love carrying totes all over the place. They're convenient, especially when you're going through groceries or wanting produce or anything of the sort where you need like a last minute bag. And the SEGA one is gorgeous. It's great quality. It has Sonic in the front and then Mona in the back for Atlas. And I just am so like thankful that both Atlas and Sega are represented here because, you know, like, you think Sega, you don't immediately think Atlas, but I think in the back of my mind I was like, I hope that Atlas is represented here, and of course it is, right? Really cool stuff. So overall, like, I really love the Sega pop-up store. If there's anything I can describe this place, it is literally a temple for Sega stuff, and I absolutely love it. And I hope that a lot of people take the time to visit it because there's some really cool Atlas and Sega merch there. And maybe in the future we'll see like other classic Sega titles as well, because I just like maybe Shining Force stuff. That would be really, really cool. Maybe I can convince them. But anyways, I showed you everything. I'm curious what you think of the store if you're going to go visit in Little Tokyo in downtown LA within the next month or so. And let me know like which piece of merch like you saw that you're interested in. And post that in the comments below and let's talk about it. And if you like this video and you like introspective kind of opinion videos and reviews and lists, of course, please consider subscribing to my Patreon at patreon.com/backlogbattle. There's not a lot of people who are trans that's doing the same thing as I do, and a lot of them are actually pretty hidden in the community. And I'd love for you to be a part of this if you believe in my work and to be a part of this community, because it's really awesome what we're trying to do here. In any case, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.